When I started doing capsule wardrobes, I had no idea how popular they would be or how they would change people's lives. To show you these transformations, I invited 15 people to New York City for a one-of-a-kind experience. In this series, you'll meet a diverse group of people from all over the country. We'll show you how we transform their wardrobes and help them unlock the power of effortless style. In episode 5, we're featuring Sid Bell. Sid has a lot of style and a very specific point of view on clothing. When we first met on Zoom, I loved Sid's energy and the way they use tailoring. It's not about business clothing or quote-unquote classic menswear, nor is it about bold colors or splashy patterns. This one is purely about fit, texture, and casual tailoring for every occasion from day to night. Sid is also a tough fit, with long arms, square shoulders, and a lean physique, which makes it really hard to find anything off the rack. And with most tailors focused primarily on suiting, it's equally hard to find custom clothing that has enough swagger.
I was born in DC, but grew up in South Florida, about an hour away from my grandmother. Every weekend, my mom, my grandmother, and I, we would go shopping. It was like this big event. At that time, I had no idea what I was doing about which clothes to grab or which looked good, but it was just a bonding experience. And so I've always liked to get dressed, and it makes me think about my family and all those like positive times. In the past 2 years, I've really hit that stride. There's a lot of experimenting with like what I like. Like for whatever reason, a lot of color makes me uncomfortable. There's no logic, it's purely emotion. It's underrated too. I think people think that like, oh, just because I'm wearing all gray or all navy or all black, that it's just simple. But then I feel like the styling has to be even more intentional with like depth of texture, different silhouettes, that like you really get to see like who is really dressing and styling and like looking at proportions and things. It makes me think of like black and white photos. When you remove the color, then the raw emotion is just there, like if you're able to capture that.
All right, so this is a capsule wardrobe we designed with Sid Bell. What I love about this capsule is this is tailoring for style and elegance and swagger. It's not business clothing, it's not corporate wear. And I think that's what a lot of people miss about tailoring is there's that style factor. And it's not just about, being appropriate for a certain occasion. So a lot of this can be worn day or night. You're going out, you're going on the weekend. It's not really office wear necessarily.
A lot of times creatives like to push their own style onto you. And I think he does a really good job of taking time in the beginning of talking to you, just getting to know who you are, and then taking that information and putting that into your capsule wardrobe. Like the capsule is, yes, Dan, but it's very much me. It's not just the creative. So I think he does a good job of that.
So looking at the pieces here, the first one we started with was a bamboo bomber jacket. So this is one of those lightweight bomber jackets that you can wear in the spring and summer. And we did a matching trouser for that as well. So I really love the bomber set. There's a lot of style. Then we did our Ricardo polo, which is a Pima cotton polo with this pointelle stitch, a lot of texture. And you can wear that open as well, like over a tank top, for example. And then we did a black seersucker, and we did this as a 3-piece suit, but we did it with a shacket instead of a traditional jacket. So we got the seersucker shacket, the trouser, and the vest. You can wear those together, you can wear them separate. Then we got 2 shirts. This is a stretch cotton Glen plaid shirt in black and white. And then we did a band collar in light gray, white cotton trouser. So again, these pieces are all meant to be mixed and matched. You get a lot of use out of all these pieces.
It's the capsule, and it's the intention. Although I really like clothing and I like to dress, I don't like a lot of excess. So I like pairing pieces together that I know that are going to work. I don't have to think too hard about it. Yeah, so just the intention behind it. Like I know that I'm going to get a consolidated look where everything's going to work together.